thank you everyone for your answers. I also want to add to the community, sometimes it's about what you're showcasing. For a lot of our youngins, the things that they see the most live in their household. You're right next to them. So for my adults in the village, let's be mindful of what kind of actions we're showing our youngins, because we're supposed to lead them. And some of us are acting like we wilding out. So if my parents are wilding out, if when my mother's on the phone, I'm hearing her call her girlfriend everything but a beautiful woman and a creator of God, then when I hang with my friends, what you think I'm gonna tell them? If you rolling up your J's in front of me at 5 and 6, you're normalizing drug use. I ain't here to yup nobody's young, but we gotta be mindful of the example as adults and leaders of the village, personalities who are in front of people, what we're showing as the positive thing to do. And then I'd also like for you to take a look at your social. If everywhere that I go, everybody that I follow is posting the most negative things, all the fights, all the tea, all the gossip, all our babies are gonna do is look at that and say, is that what makes the news? Is that what sells? Is that what gets the attention? Because a lot of them just want somebody to hug them and say, I love you, I see you, and I care if you get the next day. So when you're posting, when you're sharing, think about what you're planting for those who have eyes on your timeline, because all of that matters. And a lot of times we say that it doesn't. We like to blame the music and what they see on TV. The music and TV been dirty since I was a kid. But what they see is their aunts, their cousins, their uncles at the cookout, at the family parties, and everything in between. And then the next time you get an opportunity, the youngin in your life, turn to them and be like, yo, I love you, yo. And if you need anything at all, if you can't talk to your mother, call me. Can't talk to your father, call me. And then some of us have to be okay with stepping into spaces where there's not anyone. I don't have any kids, but anybody that got a kid, know their kid can call me. You know what I mean? So as we think about what community looks like, it's cool for us to tell the politicians, the teachers, and everything what they need to do, but a lot of this starts at home. Some of us know the block spinners and the shooters, and we won't turn them in, and they sleeping downstairs in the basement. And we can't let it be when somebody takes something of yours or rob you, that it's an issue that everybody needs to be with. You should be bothered when they rob somebody else's aunt, or when they take the life of somebody else's kid. So that's my 2 cents. I wasn't asked to do that, but I'm gonna tell y'all anyway. And then finally, before we get to your questions, if you have any, the final question, is there anything that you'd like to address before we close and ask our community to ask questions that y'all are working on that we didn't get to talk about on this panel?
I guess for me, growing up in this community, I used to always go to recreation centers, play sports, coaches, and just have a good time without worrying about a lot. Even though it was a lot of violence, I never really felt it. And growing up, I noticed that a lot of recreation centers have been closed down over the years. For example, Old Rec closed, Blue Rec closed, Ketchum Rec closed, Number 11 Boys and Girls Club closed, Kramer Rec closed, PR Hers Rec closed. I can go on and on. And this is the community that got the most youth out of anywhere in Washington, D.C. And so one of the things I can do is not just talk about the problem, but create solutions. So right now we're building 6 brand new recreation centers here in Ward 8. We're building 6 brand new recreation centers here in Ward 8. We got one that's under construction right now in Anacostia, at the back of Ketchum. Right here, Henson Ridge, Congress Heights, Douglas, Fort Gravel. There's 2 more. We finished the one in Furby Hope. And so it's about having something for them to do when they go in the building, not just a brand new shiny building, but having people that look like them to represent, that can speak their language and get adequate programming that can speak to get them involved. Because we said, when I grew up, usually when a college track or a career track, you had somewhere you was going when you was going to school. And now we're just hoping that kids graduate from high school to live in DC, was coming unaffordable every day. You hear about affordable housing, we say affordable for who? And we see the price of living just keep going up and up, but it's not reflective in our incomes. And so we have to create pathways for people can earn adequate incomes to stay, live, and not just survive, but thrive in our community. We got to talk about business ownership.